The story of the Good Samaritan reveals three different attitudes men have towards their neighbor. The Samaritan was going on his way, minding his own business, when he came across the man who had been robbed and beaten by thugs. Earlier, a priest had passed by, and instead of helping the man, he passed by on the other side. Similarly, a Levite, when he came to the scene, passed by on the other side and completely ignored the plight of the injured man. The Samaritan, however, stopped, took pity on him, bandaged his wound, and poured on him oil and wine. Then he put the man on his donkey, took him to an inn and cared for him, paying the immediate expenses, and even promised the innkeeper to any additional expense. My pastor once said that the story of the Good Samaritan was a representation of three attitudes as displayed by the characters in the story. Attitude number 1, what is yours, is mine. This was the attitude on the robbers who stripped the man off his clothes, beat him up and left him half dead on the roadside. There is a school of thought that man is inherently good. It is assumed that man naturally wills to do good to others, and as a result some evils perpetrated by man are blamed on his upbringing and influences in life. While it's true that bad company disrupts good morals, there must be something positive in one for disruption of the same to occur. According to Romans 3 verse 12, there is no one who does good, not even one. Greed, selfishness, and corruption is the driving force for some people's daily activities. The love of money is the root of all evil. It is one thing for a person to control money, it's another when money controls the person. Attitude number 2, what is mine, is mine. The priest and the Levite were religious leaders, and their indifference to the robbery victim's plight is a pointer that religion does not necessarily have the transforming effect on man. They were, essentially, men of faith who should have been channels of God's love and goodness. In 2 Peter 1 verse 5, the apostle writes, for this very reason, add to your faith goodness, while referring to qualities that key in making one effective and productive in the knowledge of the Lord Jesus. Christians should be encouraged to serve one another. Rick Warren commented that, the number one reason we don't have the time and energy to serve others is because we're preoccupied with our own agendas, dreams, and pleasures. Attitude number 3, the what is mine, is yours. The Samaritan's attitude to the plight of the victim of the robbery was unlike that of the previous two. Although we are not informed whether the injured man was a Jew, chances are he was, since the Bible specified the nationality of the Samaritan. The Samaritan therefore did not have the motivation people usually have of helping one of their own. In fact, Jew and Samaritans did not associate with one another as mentioned in the story of the Samaritan woman at the well in John chapter 4. Yet despite the animosity between their communities, the Good Samaritan was the only one who acted as the neighbor of the man in trouble.